On behalf of the Board of Commissioners of the County of Allen, I'm Therese Brown, Allen County Commissioner, and my acquaintances to my left, Nelson Peters and Rich Beck, thank you all for being here today. You know, several years ago we started an employee recognition program that would encourage our department heads and elected officials to recognize those employees that went above and beyond just their coming to work, doing their daily tasks and going home, but going above and beyond and doing things that exemplified what it meant to be part of not only Allen County but part of a community. And so from that point, what flourished from it was then an Employee of the Year award. So all of those individuals that were nominated and recognized during the course of the year were pooled together and then reviewed to then create an opportunity for that one outstanding individual to come flourishing to the top so that we could recognize them as the exemplary concept of what we believe embodies what a full, community-oriented, and an individual that exemplifies the positives not only of Allen County as an employer, but as Allen County as a community. So in 2016, our first and very first recognition was 2 police officers in the Allen County Sheriff's Department that rescued an individual that had been in a car accident and was in a pond, and they were able to save that person and be able to create a positive outcome. I mean, there are certain times that any of us in a given crisis can freeze up and not go that extra mile, and they did. Likewise, last year, we recognized the Allen County Board of Health as an entire department for, regardless of what side of the fence you are on the subject matter of a pandemic and all of the ramifications that have come from that, there's people that worked in this department that had to step up above and beyond and give service in a variety of ways, even outside the pandemic, and keep that department rolling and keep everything in accordance with Indiana code. So to that extent, we have an opportunity today to extend the same award process to not just one, but 2 individuals that we believe exemplify what it means to be an Allen County employee and an Allen County Employee of the Year. So to that end, I will now ask Commissioner Commissioner Beck to come forward with our first recipient, as this year we have 2.
Thank you, Commissioner Brown. I appreciate that. Thank you for all of you coming here today this afternoon. Our first recipient is Roberta Keith, and I'd like you to come up here. I promised Roberta I would not embarrass her, and I will hold that. So, Roberta Keith is a shift supervisor with the Allen County Juvenile Center, where she's been an employee nearly half a century, 49 years this fall. She has been nominated multiple times through the Civil Service Program and most recently through the Cheers for Peers programs. She was chosen for the incredible impact she has made on the community, not just in her long-standing tenure with ACJC and the juveniles and co-workers she has touched there, but also outside her employment in the various volunteer roles she has played. Just some highlights of those roles. Ms. Keith has been an employee with the county for over 40 years. She works with aggressive juveniles and teaches by example on how to see them as children they are. Mrs. Keith has a positive disposition and makes me laugh with finding the joy in even difficult situations. I continue to be amazed at how she does this and how long. Clearly, this has been more than a job for Roberta. She has invested her livelihood into the youth of Allen County. It would be challenging to find another county employee that is more deserving of this award than Ms. Roberta Keith. In addition to her employment at ACJC, Roberta volunteers at Southside High School for the last 25 years, the Rescue Mission for the last 18 years, and the Co-op for 30 years, and the Embassy Theater during the Festival of Trees. Ms. Keith's serious nature is embroiled within books and education. She is very passionate about her education for kids and continues to work within the school system to this day. She tells everyone to read a book and don't always have your face in the TV. Roberta Keith was my mentor, teacher, and guardian angel when I started to work at Wood Youth Center in 1980 as a young, naive child care worker. She was patient and encouraging trainer who helped me believe I was capable of doing the job. Those are kind words from coworkers and others to Roberta, and we're glad to announce that you are the recipient of Employee of the Year.
Thank you so much. Thank you, yes. Here, a plaque. Say thank you for everything. We feel blessed to have you. Very blessed.
Truly a role model for Allen County employees. Thank you, Roberta. At this time, I'll turn the podium over to Commissioner Peters for our next recipient.
Thank you, Commissioner Beck. We are truly honored this year to have not only one, but two recipients of Employee of the Year. As Commissioner Brown said up front, this is an honor that's bestowed on folks who not only exemplify the workplace and what happens within the walls of Allen County government, but also serve in a way outside of these four walls for the betterment of the Allen County community. This one in particular really touches my heart because he's an individual that became a friend, both a friend and a co-worker over the last, 30 plus years. Unfortunately, his passing last year left a void in Allen County, left a void in the hearts of the entire community. The impact that he had on his department, on the building community, and Allen County as a whole was tremendous, and it lent itself perfectly to how we have defined the Allen County Employee of the Year. Now, hopefully I'm not putting them on the spot, but I did ask a few of them if they wouldn't mind joining us up here by the podium, and that is the family of John Caywood. And I've lost track of who all we have, given the size of this family, but in particular, I did want to acknowledge Amy and his children, Sophia, Tyler, and Ethan, his siblings, Liz, Rebecca, and Benjamin, and his parents, Mike and Nancy, who I got to know as personal friends on a trip through Israel a couple of years back. When John came to work for Allen County in 2015, he hired in as a housing inspector. He was very ambitious. By 2016, in fact, he moved into the top job as building commissioner. Quickly, he set about improving the automation of the building permit process. And for those of you who remember, that was a big issue with builders and contractors in this community and just something that we really needed to find a fix for. Allen County experienced its first year of over $1 billion in development in 2017, a mark that could only be dreamed about in previous years. The county did it again in each of the ensuing 4 years, including this past year, where we actually exceeded $2 billion in development. Much of this was due in large part to John's leadership on so many key projects within the building department. Outside of the workplace, I know John rose earlier than usual on Wednesdays, I think it was, to teach a Bible class to some of those who were otherwise eligible for our community corrections program. He and his wife, Amy, have spent countless hours working with associated churches on numerous projects to make ours a better community. After his death, we learned of even more of the contributions from John to Allen County. We got calls from builders, contractors, and many others offering their condolences. I personally met with the Home Builders Association last year who wanted to speak about John's successor. When asked about what kind of an individual we should be looking at as the next building commissioner, the response was, "We want John 2.0. Those were sentiments that were echoed by the BCA, by the ABC, and other building trade groups. John did indeed leave a legacy, both here in Allen County and the community as a whole, one that his family should indeed be proud of. So we are so happy and so proud ourselves today to be able to award the 2021 Co-Employee of the Year to the family of John Caywood.
Well, as you can see, we've got individuals that, even in passing, current employees, individuals that embody what it means to be the tier that we are striving for in Allen County. So we are blessed to have you and grateful that you were able to be here with us today, and we thank you for your continued service and the memories that we'll always have in our heart, especially for John.
The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily represent those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting group. If you or anyone you know might be interested in making a television show, please call 260-421-1250. Access Fort Wayne is a department of the Allen County Public Library.